Welcome back to KSN News at 5. As severe weather season approaches, it is important to be prepared.
Yeah, meteorologist Ronell Williams shows us what we need before disaster strikes.
Now's the time to start gathering supplies for a disaster kit. Non-perishable foods, water, and even pet supplies. George Newman has lived in Wichita for 20 years and has learned how quickly our weather can change.
It's nice and sunny, and then boom, it hits you with something outrageous, so you better be prepared.
Newman says he feels fairly prepared for the upcoming severe season. However, he just moved and does not have items put together that are ready to grab and go in case of an emergency.
I'll have to put together one of those duffel bags ready to go in case of anything. They will have the essentials from Band-Aids to water and stuff like that.
Sedgwick County Director of Emergency Management, Julie Stimson, says even if you already have a disaster kit put together, you still have some work to do.
Go through the kit, make sure things aren't expired, do some rotation of those supplies that are currently in there.
Stimson also mentioned some things to keep in your safe place that may not immediately come to mind, like sturdy shoes to protect your feet after a disaster, a coat for drastic temperature changes, and even a whistle if you're trapped under debris.
That makes a lot of sense to have like a whistle, especially if you can't really scream much or yell much because you can't be heard. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
That may be one thing that I need to get for the basement too, because if that's where I'm going to be trapped, I mean, that would be a commodity.
A form of entertainment is also something important to have included in your disaster kit, especially if there are young children experiencing the aftermath of a disaster.
We're relying on our phones and electricity, and if you don't have that, what are the things that keep our children occupied, especially during a time where they very well may be scared?
It's Ronell Williams reporting the supplies in your disaster kit should be enough to last 72 hours. Also a good idea to keep copies of your insurance policies and a list of personal belongings.